We sometimes get drawing files in different formats and need these converted before importing into Blender. This drawing file was converted to DXF before importing into FreeCAD. The file conversion was done using this application ODA, and you'll find that here. Let's look at importing this file into Blender and the process of setting it up. I can first export this drawing, so I can select what I want to export. In this case, I can select all of this. Then come to File and Export. Choose the file format. This will be DXF as Blender can handle this file type. Give the DXF file a name. Now save this. If the export was successful, this end command will be green. If red, then on import to Blender, you may receive an error. There may be some objects in the file unable to export correctly, so you may need to find and remove from the export. Let's open up Blender. Blender ships with an add-on for handling DXF file formats, so we can enable that first by coming up to Edit and opening Preferences. In the Add-ons tab, we can move down to Import Export. Here, the Import DXF add-on needs to be enabled with a check mark. So with that, let's close Preferences. One area to highlight are the units in Blender. In the Scene tab, we can expand units. Blender uses metric and some CAD applications use millimeter, so you'll usually have very large imported objects as a result. You can change the unit scale to reflect that by setting this to 0.001 or scale all objects down once imported. If the file has passed through multiple applications, the scaling may need to be increased or decreased by a different factor. We can scale these down as changing the unit scale can affect other areas in Blender, including camera clipping. I can first delete all the objects in the scene. Now we can import the file, so I'll come to File and Import, and here we should see the DXF import option. Navigate to the file, select it and import. When an import is successful, the new objects will appear listed in the outliner. If we select one here, in the sidebar, in the Item tab, the dimensions are available to view. The imports are very large, so we can scale them down. I can select them all. Press S, input 0.000001 and enter. I can switch into a top view and also an orthographic to bring the drawing into view. The drawing size can be checked to make sure the scaling is correct using another add-on, so press F4 and open Preferences. In here we can enable the Measure It add-on. Now close Preferences. When we imported the drawing, it imports as curve objects, and you'll usually want mesh objects. So select everything, making sure one object is active. Then from the Object menu, we can find the Convert menu and choose Mesh here. Now we can get the length of the building, so select an edge and tab into Edit mode. Select the corner vertex. In the Snap menu, change the Snap Width setting to Vertex. Press Shift+D, Y and drag down away from the drawing. Then press EX and snap to the full length. Then if we Shift select the first vertex, we can open the Measure It add-on and click Show. Now click Segment to get the distance between those 2 points. Now you can check whether you have scaled your drawing correctly. Increase the precision and also change to another length such as millimeter or inch. It can also be useful to select everything and clear any parent relationships with Alt-P. Then you can separate out the drawing into individual sections and add into new collections. After that, the drawing can be modelled into a 3D structure and ready for rendering or export to another application such as Unreal Engine or Twinmotion. There you can create further animations, VR experiences or interactive apps for your clients. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you'd like more detailed training in Blender, check out my Udemy courses. You'll find links in the description of this video.